Your past is not proof of weakness, it's proof of your strength. Hey, this is Steph, and welcome to the Together Moving Forward podcast. A podcast helping 2S LGBTQI plus people embrace self love and self respect so you can celebrate yourself with pride. In today's episode, you'll discover why your hidden LGBTQ identity is proof of strength, not something to fix. How survival mode quietly built resilience, emotional intelligence, and inner power. What real self respect looks like when you honor your full identity with pride. Today's conversation is about stopping seeing your past as proof of weakness and starting to embrace your LGBTQ identity with pride. This episode is here to help you reconnect with who you truly are without shame. Hello again, I'm Steph Vachon, and I'm a human being. Welcome back to the Together Moving Forward podcast. Embrace your 2S LGBTQIA plus identity with pride through self-love. No matter where you stand in the 2S LGBTQIA plus spectrum, we are all connected. And if you ever struggle to fully love and respect yourself, you're not alone, and this podcast is here to help you. As someone who has navigated my own journey of self acceptance as a queer, I know the power of hearing voices that reflect our own experiences. In this podcast, you'll hear real stories and conversations that leave you with practical tools, fresh perspectives, and the confidence to embrace who you are with pride. To start, I need to say that I'm not a psychologist, a specialist, or someone with a college degree. I'm just a regular guy here to share with all of you and support each other. I will share my journey, and we will all share our journeys together. We'll learn from each other how to move forward. Today's episode is a special follow up to episode 43, and we're going a little deeper into the heart of that episode. Last time, we talked about something powerful that your LGBTQ identity, your story, your struggles, your journey are not proof of weakness. They're actually proof of strength. So today, I want to revisit the three most important highlights from episode 43, explain them in a simple, grounded way, and show you how each of them can help you feel stronger, more proud, and more connected to who you truly are. Highlight number one: the parts of yourself you were taught to hide are not flaws, they are proof of your strength. In episode 43, we talked about how many of us were forced to shrink ourselves, to soften our voice, to change the way we moved, to hide our personality, to erase who we were just enough to survive. And I understand. I lived this myself. For many of us, those messages came with shame, fear, bullying, abuse, rejection, and silence. Growing up, I learned very early that simply existing as me could be dangerous. My confidence, my softness, my uniqueness, my queerness, instead of being celebrated, became reasons for people to target me. And like many of you, I internalized that message. I slowly began to believe that they were right. Maybe I was the problem. But here's what I now understand with absolute clarity, and here's the truth. If those parts of you really were a weakness, you would not be here today. You're still here, still standing, still breathing, still trying. That means you didn't break. You adapted. You protected yourself. You found a way to keep going. You kept them alive until you were finally strong enough to reclaim them. Those hidden parts of you, they survived. They waited. They never stopped existing. They're signs of survival. They're proof that you carried something precious inside you, even when the world wasn't ready to receive it. And when you begin reconnecting with them, like I did returning to figure skating, reconnecting with joy, creativity, vulnerability, and pride, you realize something incredibly powerful. You were never lacking strength. You were preserving your truth until it was safe to breathe again. That is strength on a level most humans will never understand. Highlight number two: living in survival mode didn't make you weak, it secretly built your resilience. In the episode, we talked about surviving bullying, shame, rejection, and emotional pain. For years, I lived in survival mode physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Waking up every day as a kid and as a young adult meant preparing for pain, preparing for judgment, preparing to defend myself or disappear. And eventually, survival became my normal. I stopped asking for help. I stopped believing someone would show up for me. I stopped believing things could truly change. But here's what I didn't realize back then: when you live in survival mode, it can feel like failure. It can feel like I wasn't strong enough. But actually, surviving is strength. It is proof of incredible inner strength. Just like you, every day I chose to continue. Every day I chose to exist in a world that wasn't kind to me. Every day I chose to keep a piece of myself alive, even when everything around me was trying to break me. That's not weakness. That's endurance. That's resilience. That's strength forged in fire. And eventually, that resilience is what allowed me to say, I can't live like this anymore. I deserve better. I deserve healing. It's what led me to therapy. It's what allowed me to open up. It's what allowed me to build a life filled with love, family, fatherhood, pride, community, and purpose. So if you've ever looked back and judged yourself thinking, I should have been stronger, I should have done better, I should have fought harder. Nope, you did fight. You fought every single day. And that is exactly why you're still here today. Every day you kept on going. Every day you showed up. Every day you found a way to move forward. Even if it wasn't perfect, even if it was messy, you learned to function in fear. You built emotional muscles that you didn't even know you were building. You developed empathy, awareness, and emotional intelligence. And now, when you look back, you can see that the person you are today was shaped by that resilience. That doesn't mean that what happened was okay. It simply means you refused to disappear. This is what you call real strength. Highlight number three: real self respect means honoring your full identity, even after trauma. This one is deeply personal for me. Healing isn't about pretending the past didn't happen. It's about learning to love yourself with the truth of everything you've lived through. For a long time, I didn't know what self respect really meant. I thought it meant pretending I was okay, smiling, performing, looking perfect, trying to appear confident on the outside while I was still deeply hurting inside. But self respect is not a costume, it is not performance, it is not pretending strength. Self respect is the moment to decide my story matters, my feeling matter, my identity matters. I deserve peace, I deserve kindness, I deserve love, especially for myself. Self respect also looks like setting boundaries, asking for help, choosing healthier relationships, saying no, learning to speak kindly to yourself, reconnecting with the parts of you that felt lost. My healing journey, therapy, asking for help, learning to communicate, forgive myself, setting boundaries, allowing myself to simply feel, all of that is self respect. Becoming a husband, becoming a father, reconnecting with skating, living with pride instead of shame, speaking my truth publicly, all of that is self respect too. And for you, self respect may look different. It may be coming out or not coming out yet. It may be leaving a relationship or allowing yourself to receive love for the first time. It might simply be listening to this podcast today because you finally choose to care about your own healing. Self respect is not perfection, it's presence, it's honesty, it's allowing yourself to exist fully with your scars, your pain, your beauty, your queerness, your history, and your pride. Self respect is not destination, it's a daily choice. And you're allowed to still be learning. You're allowed to still be healing. You're allowed to still be figuring out while being proud of how far you've already come. And you deserve that. So, if we bring all of this together, here's what episode 43 really gave us. The parts you were taught to hide are actually proof of your strength. Survival mode didn't make you weaker, it built your resilience. Real self respect means honoring your full identity, even the painful chapters. If you remember only one thing from today, let it be this: you're not here because you were weak. You are here because you are unbelievably strong, even on the days you don't feel like it. And just by listening, reflecting, and staying in this space with me, you're already moving forward. I'm always looking for inspiring guests for the podcast, and I'd love to have you or someone you know share your journey with pride. The world needs your story. It has the power to change lives, and your voice matters. Please reach out and send me an email today. It is already time to say au revoir just for now. So please join me every Monday and Thursday for brand new episodes of the Together Moving Forward podcast and learn how to embrace your 2S LGBTQIA plus identity with confidence and pride. If you enjoy this podcast, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode on how to love and respect yourself. And if you found this episode useful, share it with a friend or someone you know in our 2S LGBTQIA plus community so you can help them embrace self-love. It might seem like a small gesture, but it truly makes a huge difference. Wherever you're from in the world, we are all connected. Remember, solidarity beats hate. The more we unite, the stronger we become. Because at the end of the day, we are all equally human and we all deserve the same rights. Before we close with our weekly positive thought, I want to tell you what this one personally means to me, especially in the context of this episode. I am so much stronger than I ever believed I could be. For a long time, I truly believed I was weak. I believed I was broken. I believed that what happened to me defined me forever. But when I look back at my life today, when I look back at the healing, the growth, the pride, my family, my husband, my son, and the person I am becoming, I can see clearly. I was always so much stronger than I thought. And the same is true for you. If you're here listening today, if you're still trying, if you're choosing healing, if you're choosing love, you are already stronger than you realize. Now is the time to put your hand on your heart and let's repeat it again. You and me together, this week positive thoughts. I am so much stronger than I ever believed I could be. Yes, I am so much stronger than I ever believed I could be. From shame, guilt, silence, and rejection, to pride, freedom, healing, and love. Together moving forward. Thank you so much for being here with me today and for taking this moment to reflect with me. I truly appreciate it. See you real soon. Ciao. Subscribe now and share to uplift, empower, and make a real difference in our community.